Hello, today I am here to make a lock system for Unity. For that I am going to create buttons here, some of the buttons. Just focus on a button, then resize the button. I am going to place 4 of the buttons, duplicate, now for my 4 buttons are there. These 4 buttons, when I click in first button, it will go to the level 1, second go to the level 2, and so on for the others. Now I have placed in their appropriate place. Now what I am going to do is I am going to place a lock in each of the button. If that is not locked, that is not unlocked. For that, now I am going to create a C# script here, level manager. Now I am using Visual Studio for editing my script. Since there are many buttons, I am going to make an array of button. First I must import using Unity engine.ui. Now public button, I'm going to make array so like this, then my BUTT1 my buttons. Again I'm going to place a sprite, so public sprite sprite lock image. Place a lock in each of the buttons. For that I'm going to use for loop for int I equals to 0, I is less than my buttons dot length. The for loop will work according to the number of buttons here, number of buttons in an array. I is less than, then I plus. What I am going to do is I am going to change the sprite of each of the buttons. So my buttons I dot get component image, get component image dot sprite equal to lock image. What it will do is that it will place the lock as an image or sprite in each of the buttons. Now to see that, I'm going to create a level manager game object, empty game object here, rename level manager. I'm going to make this empty object, rename this as level manager. Look, level manager, then add this script in level manager. Here's a button. How many buttons we have got? 1 2 3 4. So I am going to give the size as 4 and I am going to drag the buttons here. That first is now like this. I am dragging all the buttons, and similarly the sprite, I have not got any sprite here, so I am going to import the sprite from the desktop here. Look, the sprite has also come here. Now in level manager, this sprite is a image of the lock. Now look here, the image of every button will be locked here, but we can, every button is locked. Now what we must do is, when I place one here like this, two, then what happens, look here, the code is updating here. Now the code has finished updating here. Now look the output here. The lock will be introduced in only these two, and we can easily click here. Now when I click this, I must go to the different level. For that, again I am going to make a public function in level manager. Public label on button CLICKED. I'm going to give the name of the function like this, public void, and to know which button I have clicked, I'm going to pass a parameter also. And now I'm going to use a scene manager using Unity engine dot scene management, scene manager dot load label dot load scene. I'm going to load a dot to string. I'm going to convert this integer into a string, so that what I am going to do here is, when I click any of the buttons, there are four buttons. There are four buttons here in the scene, 1 2 3 4 buttons, and when I click any of these buttons, what I will do is a call of function that is present in level manager. What is that function? The function is this, and when I click this first button, I will pass 1 as a parameter, when this 2 as a parameter, 3 as a parameter, and 4 as a parameter, and the value of a will be set accordingly, and this a will be converted to the string, and the same label will be loaded. Now for that, what I will do, I'll select each of the button, and look, then select level manager here, level manager game object. In that game object there is a script, level manager itself, and there is a function inside is, that is level button, and click. And for this I'll pass 1 as a parameter to open one scene, this 2, this 3, and this 4. But I haven't made any of the scene here, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and scene 4 having their name 1 2 3 4. So I'm going to make a scene, new scene here. I'm going to save this scene, save all. Now new scene, I'm going to name this as a scene 1. So I'll write here text, and in this text look here, SCEN scene 1, just to denote that it is a scene 1. I'm going to change this white color, and going to make it big to see them. Now save all. How many scene I need? I need 4 scene. I'm going to name as 1, the name of the scene as 1. File, save scene as 2, and I'm going to change this as 2. This is the second scene. 2 here is, I'm going to get the level where I have reached. So int level equals to player preface dot get int level level comma 1. What this code will do is, at start of the program it will load the value of a key level which I must store in different level if I have completed. To understand about this player preface, you must look on my other video. Just what you must know here is it will give the level where I have reached. Suppose if I have reached in level 5, the value will be 5 and this level will be automatically 5. And if I haven't reached in any of the level, I haven't stored anything in this key level, then 1 will be loaded. Now here level level, since I haven't completed any of this level, so my only first level will be unlocked and other will be locked here. Look, this will not be locked and the remaining 3 will be locked. Look here, and they are not clickable, and this is only clickable when I click this, and when I complete this, then only my other level will be unlocked. Thank you. This is for today. Thank you. Now I am going to increase some of the buttons and make this project attractive. For that I am going to change the color, main camera, then change the color to something like this. Then there are only 4 buttons. I'll make 12 buttons, so I'll select all of the buttons and duplicate it, then I'm going to change the position of buttons, again duplicate here, duplicate, then I'm changing the position of the buttons. I have got 12 of the buttons here, and now look here, only 3 of the buttons will be locked, whereas other will not be locked. So for that I am going to increase up to 12 buttons, 12 button, then 1 2 3, then 4 5 6, similarly others also. Placing all of the 12 button here. So yes, all 11 buttons are locked here. Now you can change the text inside the button like this. Place here 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, like this. You can do for all of the text of the button. And to change the color of the text, let's go to text, then control. You can do for other text also there. Change the color to blue, then I'm going to change the font size also 60, font size 60 now. Then I'm going to make some boldness, increase the boldness of the text. Then look here, yes. Now you can do for all of the buttons. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our channel.